Alright, welcome back to Guitarnivore. I'm going to take about 10 minutes today, and as you can see in the right side of your screen there, we're going to do some basic tone importing and exporting on the Katana 50 Mark II version of Boss Tone Studio. I'm going to try to keep it simple. Not everybody knows how to do this, and so simple YouTube searches helps out people that learn visually better. I'm one of those people. So hopefully anybody that finds this will find it useful. So right off the top of the bat, we are going to just go to Tone Central right up here. Wait for it to load. Of course I need to check my network because every time so often my network drops. So in Tone Central you got 6 live sets. If you used to look online before Boss cleaned it up, there's a bunch of other live sets that look like you could use, but you couldn't. You can only use these ones for the Boss Katana 50 Mark II. So you got 6 different live sets. You got Liquid Tones by Liquid Charlie, Songwriting Collection by Raphael Bittencourt, Katana Mark II Top 10 by James Ryan, Plug and Play Collection by Fernando Miata. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And Authentic Amp Tones and Creative FX Tones. So we are going to add a couple of those to the library, but before you do that, you can always sample them and see how they sound, but you can't load them individually that I know of. I could be wrong, but I've tried it before and I haven't been successful. So even if you click on here, the easiest way is just to hit this add button right here. But even if you just click that particular one and hit add, it says complete. You come back over to your librarian, the whole tone set's there. So let's go over to Tone Central. Load 2 more just for context here. We're going to do Authentic Amp Tones, which has some really cool amp tones in it. And we're just going to hit that add button and bam, they're in there. One more and add. And that's how easy it is to add tones from Tone Central into the library. So let's go over to the library. And now we're going to add live sets and patches from another source. There's other sources. There's a couple of different groups on Facebook that you can join. And I think I've got one of them pulled up right here. And if you join this group, this is called Boss Katana Patch Central. And there's another one called, I want to say it's Free Katana Patches or something like that. I don't remember. But they're both really good. Now users can make and create patches, save the files, and upload them to this group. So I am going to go to the file section, and as you can see, here's a bunch of different files, a bunch of different TSL, which is the patch files. You can call them tones, or you can call them patches. Most people call them patches. But to download a patch, we're just going to keep it simple and click on this AC/DC tone right here, and it brings up the post that the person uploaded it to. And all you got to do to download that is click there, and it'll download it right here. However, I'm not going to use that particular one because I have a bunch already in a folder. So once you have that saved, you come. This is the import button here. This little it looks like a paper tray with a down arrow. You click that import button, and you want to import from file. So you go to import from file, and it'll show your folder right here. And some of these are individuals, and some of them are fully decked out 12 to 15 different tone live sets, like this Rock Legend one. Let's open that one, and bam, you see all those. There's 8 of them there. Let's do one more. There's a cool Pink Floyd set that I like in here, Pink Floyd Tones 1, and bam, there it is. Now let's see if I'm sure I can find an individual one that's just going to load one thing. Where was it at? Purple Rain. I think Purple Rain's a simple one. So I'll double click Purple Rain, and there you go. There's just one patch. Now I'm going to use that one as an example for in a second. But all these patches, if you have your guitar plugged in, turned on, not on standby, you can go through and sample these patches before you load them over here by simply clicking on them, and that selects it, and then you can play your guitar and sample it through the amp. And you can do that with all of them before you go pulling them over here. So that's basically how you sample them. And if you don't like them, we're going to delete live sets and patches right now. If you don't like it, let's say you tried Purple solo, He didn't care for it. It wasn't a good Purple Rain patch, because on those websites and groups, there's a lot of good patches and there's a lot of not so good patches. So if you want to just delete one patch, you can click the little three dots there and click the trash can, and away it goes. Now let's say there's still more patches in here. If you want to delete the whole live set, same concept. The little three little dots up top there, you can either rename it to if you like, and delete, and it deletes that whole thing. Now we're going to delete a whole another live set anyway. Deleting that live set right there, and trash, and it's gone. So now you want to, you found some patches that you like. You want to load them over here into your Katana. There's two different ways of doing that. You can let's do comfortably numb. We're going to select the live set that we want, and you can hit right, and then down here you can choose what channel you want. We're going to go channel 1, comfortably numb, and right. And the other way to do it, click it and drag it up here until it turns red, and drop it. All right. Now you want to export a live set to the Katana. That means take this whole live set and load it over here, or you want to export it to a file as like a backup. So let's create a live set from other live sets, and then we can export that one. So let's click create live set, and we're going to call this live set. We're going to keep it simple. I'm just going to put 1 there. So there's one live set. So I'm going to take this live set, and I'm going to take a few tones here, and I'm just going to click and drag them over here, and I'm going to do 4 of them. That's how you create a live set. That's too easy. Now if you want to export that or write that whole live set to the Katana, you can come over here to the export button, click export. You're going to select that live set, and you're going to click on Katana, and you'll see in just a second. Hit OK, and it exported that whole thing right here. Now if you want to export it to file to save that live set, you hit the export button, grab the live set, hit file, and it opens up the folder that you last downloaded it from. You can rename it. I've already named it here. I'm going to hit save, and it's going to ask me, do you want to replace it? I'm just going to hit yes. And there. You've exported it to file, and you've exported it to the Katana. Now you saw how to write patches, export them, and create live sets. And now we're going to import live set from the Katana. So we want to hit this import button, and we're just going to click. Before we do that, let's delete this live set. Let's pretend it's not even there. Okay, so we got this live set here now. That's the same one we created a minute ago. But we want to import it from the Katana. So we're going to click the import button, click Katana. We're going to name it. We're going to name it 2 this time, and then hit OK. And now that live set is back. And lastly, we are going to back up and restore the Katana data. So let's say that we didn't have this live set, and you just want to back up the data here. So we're going to come up to System, and we're going to go to All Data Backup, and then we're going to go to File. And we're just going to put this as Backup 1. I think I typoed there. Backup 1. Then we're going to hit Save. And it's backing up the data from the Katana, and hit OK. And you want to close that. And let's say you came over here and you accidentally, or not accidentally, I didn't do that right. We export. I want to export this live set, authentic amp tones to Katana, and you saved that live set, or you saved that backup, and you want to get it back. All you got to do, oh, I hit the wrong one. That happens often. Is hit restore from file, and that was 23 that we did. No, it wasn't. That was a different one, but that's okay. It's the same concept. It says complete and close, and going back to librarian, there is your backup. I'm looking at my list over here, and I think I've just about covered everything. Now, if you want to clear out a channel on your Katana, you click on here and you hit clear, and it's going to say a temporary tone setting will be initialized. Now if you go over to editor, it's pretty much 0 and 50'd everything out right here. Now if you want to completely just clear that after you've done it temporarily, hit right, and then you can come back over here and you can rename it and hit right, and you can see the difference between this and going back up here. And we'll get into more elaborate settings and whatnot in later videos, but I just wanted to take running on 10 minutes now. I just want to take about 10 minutes and show you guys the basics of using the librarian. And I will have another video coming up sometime within the next couple weeks using the Katana librarian from, I can't show you exactly what it looks like without hooking it up to the Katana. In order to do that, I got to unhook this and it'll be a mess. So, but yeah, we'll go through that and I'll show you how to load basically the same thing and play around with the settings in there on your phone or your tablet. And it's really handy. It costs about $7.99, but it's well worth it. So that's it. I'm going to wrap it up, and I hope you find this video very informative. And if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to subscribe and get more of these tutorials, hit that subscribe button. I don't care about notifications, so I'm not going to tell you to hit that notify button. That is up to you. So until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.